add a teaspoon under your heathers, and they'll grow lush and bloom like never before. It's a simple trick. Heathers are beautiful, low-maintenance plants, and they thrive best in soil based on acidic peat. If you want your heathers to flourish, consider enriching the soil with compost as well. But just as important as the soil is watering them properly. This ingredient will make your heathers bloom as never before. Lemon is a fantastic way to lower the pH of tap water, which is usually too alkaline for heathers. Simply add the juice of 1 lemon to about a liter of water to quickly reduce the water's pH. This mixture not only hydrates the plants, but also creates an environment that supports healthy growth and abundant blooming. Citric acid acts as a natural regulator, restoring the ideal acidity level in the soil. Regularly watering your heathers with this solution will help maintain optimal conditions and boost the plant's resistance to diseases, ensuring they bloom beautifully all season long. This screw will water your plants. This trick will make your plants water themselves. Take a screw or a nail, the largest one you have. You'll also need an empty bottle and some string. Wrap the string around the screw, leaving about 3 centimeters free at the bottom. Cut about 50 centimeters of string and attach its other end to the screw's cap. Your irrigation system is now ready. Let me show you how it works. First, immerse the setup in water by dropping it into a glass of water for a few minutes. Then, fill the bottle with water and drop the cap with the attached string into it. The weight of the cap will make it sink to the bottom. Now place the nail into the pot with your chosen plant. The irrigation system is now in place, ready to water your plants when you don't have the time or when you're away from home. If you're going away and no one will be there to water your plants, place the setup in a larger bottle, or even better, a bowl. This will work perfectly during your absence. Thanks to this trick, your plants will never dry out and will continue to thrive beautifully. Put matches in the pot. It will protect your plants. Today, I'll show you why it's worth doing this. Everyone who has plants at home takes care of them as best they can. In return, plants not only improve the air quality in the room, but also our well-being. When something starts happening with the flower, we react immediately. The most important thing is proper watering. Often, due to watering too frequently or too infrequently, flowers wilt. The soil is also important. When it contains too few nutrients, the flowers are weakened. Pathogens and pests attack them more quickly. They are a big problem. If we don't notice them, the plants deteriorate. That's why you need matches. Because plants need sulfur. It is found in the match head. Thanks to sulfur, plants are healthier and stronger. Sulfur supports photosynthesis. It helps plants cope better with diseases and pests. Take matches out of the box and put them in the soil in the pot. Place the matches with the heads down. The head must be in the soil. Place matches every 5 centimeters. Then water the plant as usual. After 48 hours, remove the matches. If the head has dissolved, insert more matches. Leave them in the pot for another 2 days. Sulfur dissolves in the soil if it is poorly saturated with it. Thanks to the match trick, plants are healthier, grow beautifully, and pests stay away from them. This is a genius way to save your plants. Take a skewer stick and make a small hole in the cap of a small empty bottle. Insert a cotton swab into the bottle just like I did. One end of the swab should stick out. Take some tape and cut a piece of it. Use the tape to attach the skewer stick to the bottle with the sharp end facing up. Make sure the stick extends well above the bottle, so a longer stick is needed. For better results, wrap the tape around the bottle to keep the stick in place. Now, turn the bottle upside down. Water will start to drip from the stick, indicating that the drip system is working perfectly. To use it, insert the stick into the soil near the plant. You won't need to worry about daily watering anymore. Your plants will always be well watered. This is a genius way to save your plants. Water hydrangeas with this solution, and they will grow like crazy and stop getting sick. You can even save very weak flowers. I'll show you an amazing way to prepare a homemade fertilizer for them. You only need a few ingredients. Take a pitcher in which you'll prepare the mixture. First, pour 100 milliliters of milk into it. Then add 100 milliliters of a golden beverage. Pour in the same amount of vinegar. After that, add 300 milliliters of water to the pitcher. Now, in a smaller pitcher, dissolve 5 tablespoons of brown sugar in 100 milliliters of hot water. Pour the sugar water into the large pitcher and mix it well. After it cools down, use this fertilizer to water the hydrangeas. This treatment provides the plants with essential nutrients and creates a protective barrier against pests. The flowers will look beautiful and healthy. This fertilizer is also very beneficial for ferns and monsteras. Just a handful is enough, and your geraniums will bloom like crazy. They'll be covered in flowers and fill your entire balcony. Here's how to make a homemade fertilizer that works wonders. Put a tablespoon of rice into a coffee grinder or blender and grind it into rice flour. Add 1 tablespoon of rice flour to a jar. Then, add a tablespoon of sugar. Pour half a liter of hot water over everything. Close the jar tightly and set it in a warm place for 3 days. After this time, strain the mixture through a sieve or gauze to remove the rice remnants. Now, dilute the fertilizer with water in a 1:5 ratio. 1 part fertilizer to 5 parts water. Pour the prepared liquid evenly into the geranium pots. Water with this solution once every 2 weeks. Rice is rich in silicon, iron, and phosphorus, which are essential for plants to bloom. Use this natural fertilizer regularly, and you'll see your plants grow and bloom. Your geraniums will be healthy, lush, and full of colorful flowers. Try it yourself and enjoy the beauty of your plants all season long. This natural fertilizer makes my flowers grow like crazy. It contains everything flowers need. I can use it on any plant in the house. My plants have finally stopped getting sick, and their roots have strengthened. The flowers are beautiful and healthy. Thanks to this fertilizer, potted plants have large green leaves. It increases the number of buds and shoots in flowering plants. This homemade mixture contains all the essential elements: potassium, phosphorus, calcium, silicon, zinc, and others. To prepare it, you'll need rice and either a blender or a coffee grinder. Start by making rice flour from the rice. Meanwhile, get a jar ready. Put a teaspoon of rice flour into the jar. Add 1 teaspoon of sugar. Heat 500 milliliters of water. Pour the hot water over the mixture in the jar. Close the jar and let it sit for 3 days. After this time, strain the mixture through a fine sieve. Dilute it. Add 500 milliliters of water for every 100 milliliters of fertilizer. You can save the rest of the jar's contents for later use. Now, water your plants with this mixture and wait for the results.